Good afternoon. Welcome to a Tuesday sofa chat. That's not actually on the sofa, but never mind.
It's on the chairs.
It's on the chairs.
Hi, how are you?
Actually, I should be asking, how are you, Roy? How are you feeling?
If I a bit sore, a little bit delicate, but no, I'm good. Thank you very much indeed.
For those of you who don't know, Roy did a fantastic event on Sunday. He did a 100-mile bike ride for charity. If I'm being really honest, rather you than me.
It was good. Yeah, I mean, it turned out to be 103 miles eventually.
Can you count?
No, I can't count. Unfortunately, there was 4 of us at the end, and we took a wrong turning at the 97th mile. Went downhill for nearly 2 miles. Got to the bottom and went, oops, we missed a turning and had to come all the way back up.
That sounds like a really bad estate agent joke.
It was a complete mare, but no, it was really good. Really enjoyed it.
Good. So first of all, how much did you raise?
Last check, and I cannot believe it. People can still donate, by the way. But we have, I've sort of managed to raise for Pilgrim's Hospice £3,228.
Wow, that's awesome. So
do you know what?
Was it worth the blood, sweat, and tears?
Yes. Every single penny, every single mile, well and truly worth it. It blew me away for what I didn't really set a goal.
Okay.
To be fair.
It's not like you.
No, I know, and I was doing it because we enjoy doing it. It's the third one I've ever done.
Yeah.
And I've done in the past like the 55s and the 60s, however they sort of work out, and they're good. And this time, it wasn't about the sponsor. Initially, it wasn't about the sponsorship, and it was more about I just wanted to. We all set goals in our life. We all like the bucket list type thing.
Yeah.
And I can regularly, as you know, Pete, from some of the people watching might know, I can regularly on a Sunday 40-45 miles. Don't even break a sweat anymore. And I think sometimes you've just got to step out your comfort zone and push whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
And that's what we said. We're all signed up for the 100. There was 4 of us, 6 in total. 4 of us did the 100, 2 did the 75, which was particularly impressive from my friend Stuart. Very impressive because he is still finishing off his antibiotics from a chest infection.
Wow.
So well done, Stuart. 75 miles and still hacking.
Jim, I couldn't even do it without a chest infection, let alone with a chest infection. So hats off to him, really.
It was, I mean, it was quite interesting because my concern was that we all got to a certain point and the 75s would go left and the 100s went right. And I was kind of thinking, am I going to want to turn left? But actually I didn't.
Okay.
And I think that's because it's like the amount of support that I got from people with sponsorship, comments, feedback, text messages, Facebook comments and everything. It just kind of spurred me on. I was just like, I didn't want to let anybody down. And I didn't want to let the team, or the nurses, the doctors, the helpers, the assistants at the hospice.
Yeah.
Because they heavily rely on the money that are generated at these events. And we've always supported them from the estate agency side with when they have Christmas raffles, summer fates. We'll always sort of gift over some bottles of drink and some raffle prizes. Particularly remember when the television was stolen.
Okay,
and we ran a new TV up there. I think that must be about 5 or 6 years ago now. So, I've always had a little bit of a soft spot to help, really.
Well, in fairness, it's a fantastic charity. It's a fantastic cause. And I may be wrong, so I'm not really sure. I think it's pilgrims are all. It's all the money's from charity as well. It's all donations.
It's all donations.
Yeah.
So every little bit that goes on, every bit that's raised. It's I mean, we were at a family barbecue last night, and sort of through, what it's like, the aunties, dogs, uncles, cats, whatever. But there was a family member who I'm not directly connected with, who was sort of spent their last days at the Ashford Hospice a few years ago, and that side of the family jumped in when they realised what I was doing and what I was raising the money for. So that flew me past the £3,000 barrier.
Nice.
So I think in a way it's touched the majority of people somehow, even if it's not directly, it's through somebody else that they know or a friend of the family. And I think they do a fantastic job up there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you've ever actually been to the hospice or a hospice at all.
I have. I've been to. I've never been into a hospice. I've known people that have been there, but I think you're always very conscious of have I got the right to go in there? I suppose I've had family members, 2 family members, unfortunately, in the last few years who've sort of suffered died from cancer, but they weren't particularly in hospices, but saw them at the end, and it's horrible. Yeah. It really is, because you always remember those people, the way they were, you know. And again, when you go around on the cycle rider, I met up with a good friend of mine, Duncan, who did the Mugs of May.
Yes.
So the community chat, Duncan, I mean, absolute TV celeb for all his sort of upcycling of I suppose antique items, and I'll be doing a lot of work with him over the next sort of couple of months, sort of promoting what he's doing. I've asked him to commission actually something for Evolution. But yeah, I was chatting to Duncan, we were both just like, you know, this is good fun, it's not about us, it's about other people. And I think even when you asked Saw, the one thing I said I would not do was complain.
Okay.
I did have a few words under my breath coming up that hill with a headwind at the end, but no, it's like, do you know what, no, this is nothing, absolutely nothing compared to people, what they go through.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. So, in a couple of words, low point of the cycle for you?
Like getting a puncture at 7 miles.
That's a really you thing to do, isn't it? Get a puncture at 7 miles.
So we were 7 miles in, coming up through Charlotte. The rain had come down with a thunderstorm Sunday morning, and it just covered the road in debris. And there was a bit of glass. I hadn't seen it. Went over it, and I'm more gutted that I've got to buy a new tyre. It's only a month old. But yeah, got a puncture. Luckily, again with the team, we got it changed. Off we went.
Okay, that's good.
I think we had 2 other punctures. One of the lads got one just as we were splitting on the 75 and 100, and he got one on the finishing line.
Oh wow!
Which was like, oh my goodness, but we got it changed, and yeah, team effort.
So what's the highlight of the ride then for you?
Do you know what? I think it highlight of the ride. I think it's been able to say thank you to all the people that were at the stops, and all the people involved in it. And every time we had a stop at Merstham Hatch, when my good friend Steve from Recycles was doing the support, and he said he's never changed many inner tubes in all his life. I mean, again, Romney Cycles down in Kent, they did the profit that they made from the punctures, from the inner tubes and everything. Steve didn't want to make a profit out of it, so I take my hat off to him. Him and his wife Julie had already sponsored me, which was fab. But they then added that profit into the pot, so they didn't make a penny out of the day and put back in, which was really, really nice. But when we pulled up, you were guided into your food stop, and they clapped, and when you left, they went thank you. Yeah, it was just like team effort.
Good.
And it was really good.
Ready.
Am I ready for next year?
No. It's 150 miles next year then.
Well, they do 125 miler.
Do they?
So I'm like, do I, don't I? Watch this space. I'll always do something. Whatever it is. And I think it's not about getting the most. It's not about going the furthest. It's about doing it, taking part, and actually enjoying it. I mean, we're all a bit shattered when we got back.
Of course, yeah.
But even then, on WhatsApp group for the bike lads, it's banter. You know, we all enjoyed it. It's great fun. It's for good cause, mentally as well. It just kind of clears your head. The one thing I didn't do, and I was quite proud of it, and you'll be shocked by this, during the whole day I did not check my emails.
Wow, that's deeply impressive.
That is for me, isn't it? As anybody would know, I'm always on my phone, and I just thought, no, I'm not on my phone.
There was some really good Facebook updates though. So
do you like? I tried to do more, but it's just like, just got to catch my breath at this point.
Well, I mean, it's a fantastic cause. As Roy said, you can still donate. Where can we donate?
So I'll put the link up. It's through my Just Giving page. So we'll put the link on there. And got 50p, a pound, whatever it is. I mean, we've had some fantastic donations. I'm not after as much. Well, not after as much money as you can give, but just I mean, it's always that age old. Don't have an extra cup of coffee today. Put the couple of quid in the pot. That's all we're asking. If we could hit $3.5 grand, that would just be phenomenal. But massive for me. Massive thank you again to everybody that supported you as well. The team upstairs did, and that was actually something. Do you know what? And I was thinking about this as an estate agent going around. There is, bearing in mind, as you know, I worked in Deal, I worked in Folkestone, worked in Ashford. There were so many places out the back end of Deal to Dover, that area. Never been there. Some beautiful, absolutely
some lovely villages,
stunning little villages. Got little village greens, and I was sort of cycling through and saying to the guys, "Never been here. I worked 15 miles away. Never been there.
No.
So when you've got 5 minutes, get out and about, get in your car, get lost, make sure you got your sat nav with you, but just have a drive around.
Yeah.
There's some absolutely fantastic places out there.
No, definitely. Kent is a beautiful place.
There's some distinctive homes out there. Look at the plug. So, yeah.
But yeah, once again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Let us know what you're doing next year, and we'll speak again soon.
Brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. Take care.
See you soon.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.